We're here at Red Bull Hardline with Ruben from Propane Factory Racing, Tom Lewis from Pivot Cycles, Northern here from Cube, Ben, who is wrenching for Dave McMillan this race, Whistler from Atherton Bikes, Andy Lund, who is wrenching for Joe Breeden and Harry Malloy this weekend, Mark Laurie, Greenland's mechanic from Mondrake, and we've got some fun questions. You ready? If you were to get into a bar fight and you had to grab one tool out of your toolbox, points for creativity, what do you think you'd go for?
Oh, just straight for the hammer.
Straight for the hammer.
As Laurie says, hammer and tongs. Great.
Hammer.
Hammer or bread and butter?
Oh, you gotta go in with the bottom, with the...
Oh, yeah. Oh, nice. That's hefty, that.
It's hefty, but it's got a spike on it too.
Yeah.
So you're definitely doing some damage.
Yeah, that's
with that,
medieval.
like, yeah.
Quite like scissors.
I reckon you could like, I don't know, multiple uses.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're not going to go too much into it there, but yeah. Maybe that could be like a ninja star, like, shut
Got a pretty good claw pick hammer there. And inside there, there's a big long breaker bar. So that'd be a pretty good weapon.
You could dual wield. You're quite well equipped.
Maybe just go for the big old nip axe.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go on the nip axe
You
straight
get some
away.
old nipple twisters out of that. Yeah, like Chinese bird.
Like get on some teeth, pull out some teeth, fingernails. Yeah, I reckon that'd be pretty good.
Self punches, use them maybe like Wolverine.
Oh, that is good. Top Mark's creativity. Now, how long have you been a mechanic?
For a race team, it'll be about 3 years.
Since I left school, I got a job with TF Tuned. I started off in the office, and then sort of they taught me a few things, and there's some real good dudes there that sort of helped me out. And then just been a mechanic since then, really. So what's that, like 4 years, 5 years?
All my life, pretty much.
Oh, banging. Perfect.
5th year on World Cup stuff.
Because you're Bergman before.
Yeah, Bergman, yeah.
Count my first World Cup in 2008.
Oh, so over a decade on the circuit now?
Well, a couple of years off, but this was my 6th full season.
Of bikes, probably since about, gotta say about 06.
Since I was 16.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, pretty much about 50 years, yeah.
Do you work in PSI or bar?
PSI.
PSI, but does that mean you work in millimetres?
Millimetres, yeah.
Yeah, because I feel kind of...
And in inches sometimes, depends.
Depends on what it is. I suppose like stroke length or something.
Yeah, exactly.
PSI, every day.
PSI.
Yep.
Oh, I do both.
Because Gaetan is...
It depends what the rider works in. Yeah. I've done both. Personally, when I do my own bike, it's PSI.
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 For everything, shocks and all? Yeah.
No, I use PSI.
PSI?
PSI.
PSI. All the Brits do.
Yeah.
But then we still use millimetres.
Yeah, but bar's annoying because, to say, like, most of these riders get real picky. So, for example, Dave was running 27 PSI. In bar, that's going to be like
1.7?
1.85 or something. Like, it's just annoying trying to run like turn decimal place.
What was the last song you added to your music streaming service of choice?
Oh, good question. I downloaded a whole playlist. It was just like old school hip hop. It's pretty cool.
I've been listening to a lot of Stand High Patrol.
Yeah? Haven't heard them, they good?
Yeah.
What kind of do?
Like French, hip hop, reggae.
It's back indoor pets. And they're like new and they're really cool.
Indoor pets. Check it out.
Hold on, let's check out. Yeah, I'm not gonna... Oh God, hopefully it's nothing rude. Oh, that's a good one. Ja War remix with Flow Dan by The Bag.
Been getting into Mako Road quite a bit this year. It's like a New Zealand band.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're real cool.
I'm more of a playlist kind of guy.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't really add individual songs. I'll just like search for a playlist that fits what we'll listen to.
Oh, but the last thing I added was the Earth playlist.
Oh, bang
The
it!
entire, there's 1 through 5, an entire playlist of it.
I've actually listened to that.
It is literally an hour of gold.
Nice. Now, when I say mullets, do you think Patrick Swayze or bike?
Ooh.
Swayze or...
Oh, I'd say bike, but I want to say Swayze.
I think haircut, personally.
Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze every day. Swayze every daisy. That's what I was trying to say earlier on.
I think hairstyle. Bring it back, someone.
I would go mullet bike, so just stuck a 29 fork and wheel on my own bike just to see what happens and
How
done
is
a few measurements. Inertially, it feels faster than two 27.5-inch wheels, for sure.
At the moment, I think bike, but
you guys are running a very refined mullet.
Yeah.
Maybe some of the hair straighteners or some tassels in
Yeah,
there or
yeah,
something.
yeah. We've done a bit of work to it.
Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, Patrick Swayze.
But the
every
sort of
daisy.
same sort of prospect, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've always wanted a mullet, but I've never been brave enough.
Oh, mate, I'm sure we can track down some scissors.
Yeah.
You've got enough hair.
Let's get it done.
Let's get it done.
Yeah, it's happening.
Pineapple on pizza?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Yeah. And just to upset Barney and Mike, our team manager.
100%.
100%.
100%, just to annoy my Italian mate Matteo.
I think people are just too pretentious. Just eat it.
Yeah!
Stop being weird.
Love it. Love it. Yeah. All
Yeah,
day.
there's a trend.
All day, yeah.
If you want to be a good mechanic, just eat pineapple on pizza.
Yeah, Hawaiian, the one, the pizza of choice.
No.
No? First one. Putting your foot down. Enough is enough.
No pineapple.
Pineapple on a pizza,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. We've got one guy that was, Andy Lund was vehemently against it.
Yeah,
But there seems to be a correlation with pineapple lovers and World Cup mechanics. Carbon or alloy?
I mean, our bikes have been carbon. I quite like it, but the new production bike to start with is going to be alloy, so we'll see.
I'm gonna say alloy because I like metal.
Depends what for. Carbon frames, alloy wheels.
Depends. It depends.
Frame?
Yeah, carbon frame.
Wheels?
Yeah, carbon wheels.
Ooh, I gotta say alloy.
Yeah.
Carbon is the asbestos of the 21st century.
Carbon, every day of the week.
Every day of the week.
I'm a bit nervous about wheels, but
Yeah.
people do like lifetime warranties and that sort of stuff, so
Yeah, true.
worries over.
Bit of both.
Bit of both. Depends on the
Yeah, it
carbon
depends on the
handlebars, people
application.
not really like. It depends. Like, so good carbon, there's bad carbon. The same way there's good alloy and there's bad alloy.
Yeah, we've ran the same NV carbon bar all year on Joe's bike.
Oh really? That's pretty remarkable. Now, when you're getting ready for riding, because I think I go against the current here. When I'm getting ready, I go knee pad, shoe, knee pad, shoe. I do one at a time. Do you go shoe, knee pad, shoe, shoe, or knee pad, shoe, knee pad, shoe?
Both knee pads, both shoes.
Knee pads and then shoes. Yeah.
Knee pads and shoes. I think I'm going against the current here.
I've got open knee pads, so I do shoes and then knee pads.
Oh, the third option.
Yeah. They're open, so you can do after it. Just shoe
Nice.
and
Oh yeah, stages, knee pad, shoe.
Knee
All the
pad,
time.
knee pad, shoe, shoe. Cool.
Do both my knee pads.
Yeah.
Then I usually put my trousers
Oh,
on.
you went, yeah, pants.
Yeah, if I'm riding, depends what I'm riding, but yeah, if the knee pads are going on, usually the trousers are on. So then, yeah, shoes are afterwards when I get to the door.
Nice.
I reckon I go knee pad because I've always got a set of these gliders. And I reckon I probably spend, it's like a process, so I'll put my knee pads on, cruise around, sliders and socks for a little bit, and then put my shoes on. So I reckon both knee pads, then both shoes. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, I go knee pad, sock, then shoe.
Oh, don't you get a bit of grip when you're getting your knee? I must have grippy, horrible
Yeah,
feet.
no, I love it, man. I like the way it just slides over your foot without moving your sock.
I wear silk delicates for that very
Oh,
purpose.
no, we're talking about underwear or socks now.
What's your guilty pleasure?
Oh, guiltiest pleasure I have.
Mine's like crap metal music, like baby metal.
Oh, I'd probably say like cartoons, maybe.
Yeah.
That's a pretty guilty pleasure of mine. When I'm real bored and tired,
Yeah.
just stick on some moving wallpaper cartoons and you're all good for an hour.
Oh, I don't know. I've got so many. I like metal music. It's pretty guilty.
It'd be a good quality dark chocolate.
Oh, like what, we're talking 90% cocoa?
Yeah.
Whoa.
90, sometimes 95.
so it's somehow musical, but I've got a pretty antisocial car. I quite like doing cruising around London, listening to pretty terrible garage music.
Red wine.
Red
Just
wine,
loads
oh,
of
yeah.
it, yeah.
Loads of it.
Bottle of red wine and a straw.
bat.
That's my.
Weekday drinking.
Oh, yeah.
A good day sesh as well. Yeah, like when it's sunny and you're like in a field with your mates, at a lake, whatever. Starting drinking at 11 a.m. is a guilty pleasure of mine.
Yeah, like Pat Benatar or something like that. Yeah. Some old female power ballads.
Yeah. Or a bit of
Get into it.
what's it called, like, tonight, forever's gonna start tonight.
Yeah.
I've done a whole rendition of that with my friend just across last driving.
There you go,
Bonnie
mate.
Tyler, hitting
Yeah.
it out. Are you a country bumpkin or a city slicker? Yeah, I think most mountain bikers are.
Oh, country bumpkin.
I think we all are.
100%, man.
Country pumpkin. City's scare me, man.
I've never been to London. How crazy is that? I've never been. Never gone to the big smoke.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't. You're not missing much.
Oh, I'm both. Hybrid.
Hybrid?
Yeah.
And that's a city slicker.
Country bumpkin.
Country bumpkin.
3 and 3.
Somewhere in the middle. I live in the city, but on the outskirts.
Because you're in Bristol, eh?
Yeah.
Country bumpkin, I hate the cities.
Yeah, like being outdoors. Like here's amazing, eh?
Yeah.
I feel like a sucker for living in Bath when I'm here.
I can't do cities. Yeah.
Now, what's the last thing you do or say to your before you hand over the bike? So going up a race one, is there anything you always say?
What's it, rider?
Or either something you say or something you do to
I
the
usually
bike?
give the rider a fist bump and tell him to have fun.
Yeah. Or do you have any rituals?
Usually tyre pressures. Yeah, usually tyre pressures. So I like to think the rest of it's been done for some time.
I would say probably panic. Just thinking, and just in my head, I try to play, all cool, but yeah, there's always, you're always thinking like, have I done everything?
Yes, totally.
It depends on what rider, but with Vij, we normally slap him on the ass.
Oh heavens! Bit of giddy up.
Normally, that's normally the last thing we do. Yeah, pretty much.
Fist bump.
Fist bump. I'll leave it on that.
Usually the old high five fist bump.
We always have a little fist bump, just so that's our thing to know that it's good and I've done everything.
Yeah. And what is your favourite tool? I've actually noticed the electric screwdrivers, which are amazing. Not many people have.
That is probably my favourite thing I've put in there this year. It was only 15 quid off of Amazon.
Yeah.
And it just means you don't have to do rotor bolts when you're like travelling. Yeah.
My Nbhd.
Oh yeah. You got the big one or the small one?
I got the small one. So handy for everything.
These guys.
Oh, Nbhd again.
Nbhd, yeah.
They're
pretty versatile.
They are
pretty
very
versatile.
yeah.
A lot of people do them. So
Oh, I don't want to sound like everyone else in the world right now.
I know what you're going to say.
But yeah, it is literally the tool of choice.
Yeah.
It's the Sharpie. No, I'm kidding. It's got to be these. Like, honestly, you can strip 98% of a bike with them.
A hammer and self punches, so
Bam.
yeah,
Man, just
really
yeah.
shiny.
Old multi-tool comes in handy.
Because I was seeing that's quite the pressure gauge you got there.
Oh yeah, got the Motion Pro pressure gauge.
I would have thought like in the bar fight you could have been swinging that around your head.
Yeah, swinging. Yeah, digital setup.
I know, like the
Oh, that's nice.
T-handles or the Nbhd.
Nbhd. Everyone said Nbhd so far.
They're so useful.
They are so
you pretty much
useful.
use them on anything. It's like a nut.
That's nice.
The T-handles, like just a good set of T-handles.
Nice weight, I bet.
Yeah, they're good.
And so that was Ask the Mechanics. The best riders in the world need some solid people behind them. Now, if you liked that and you thought it was a good time, check out the Ask the Pros I did in Rotorua to get to know them a little bit better as well. Thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Cheers.